So you sent that letter to the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Have they responded
No,
yet?
we sent it yesterday.
Okay. Have you had any communications with them aside from sending that letter?
Just public relations contact was kind, and we told them we were going to be here today, and they're expecting that letter.
I wanted to ask because they, as you said, they do have an investigation open into Shamia Fagan's role in it and LaMotta in general, and Val Hoyle hasn't been interviewed as part of that investigation. Are you arguing that they aren't properly handling the investigation?
Well, I think we've queued it up, so their job's going to be really easy. That website, What's Val Hiding, pulls together a lot of facts into a chronology that should make it easy for them if they don't already know what's going on. We're just demanding transparency on this. I used to, as a JAG officer, used to conduct investigations, and it makes sense for the scope of this investigation to include all elected officials that have been embroiled with LaMotta.
And the dots that are being connected, so far, what actual law do you feel like she's broken in terms of calling her corrupt? Do we have an example of an actual law she's broken?
We have a real problem if we have elected officials taking money and then doing favors for anyone, let alone a corrupt marijuana company like LaMotta.
Don't we know, though, that she didn't actually vote on the actual grant given to Endeavor? That was the board as part of BOLI.
Well, not all of the text messages have been handed over, but the media has publicized text messages where she literally strong-armed her counsel that was under her command. That counsel is in BOLI, and she told them that there would be another meeting that they didn't have scheduled. There's no doubt in my mind that she unduly influenced her subordinates to reconsider a grant that they were already very suspicious of.
We had a horrible ice storm last week.
Yeah.
People who are still without power lost their homes. Do you really feel like now is the time to be launching this attack on her?
Well, of course. And I will mention she's against natural gas, and a lot of people stayed warm because they had natural gas because the electricity was down. I'm not under why now. This is overdue, as far as I'm concerned. I'm glad you came out and that the ice, and we've got some reprieve with the weather. But this should have already. This investigation should be underway. It's my contention that Val Hoyle suppressed her text messages because she was trying to get into this congressional seat.
In terms of now she's been a year in Congress, what are your biggest complaints about the way she has handled her role in Congress?
Well, she's busy representing the interests of characters like LaMotta and that industry rather than the industries and the people that are in her district. Like I said, inflation, public safety crime is high, the economy, the things I mentioned in my statement are the things she should be focusing on. My primary concern is the border of our country, and she is not voting to secure it. Doesn't seem concerned at all about our national security. Instead, she's going out to lunch with people like LaMotta's executives.
Do you have evidence of her going out to lunch since she's been in office?
And I'll correct that, strike that. It was dinner, and I mentioned it in my statement.
Okay. Any since she's been in office, any communications between her and LaMotta?
Well, I'm drawing this to the attention of DOJ. They need to do their job on this one. They've got a lot to work with already, and I'm confident that they can tighten up the facts and decide what they want to do with it and which laws have been violated.
And ultimately, is this your biggest message in terms of why you want to replace Val Hoyle is you feel like the corruption of this connection with LaMotta?
It's not the only reason why. Government transparency is essential for us to be a successful society, right? I'm calling on DOJ to investigate something that should be a major concern.